So guys, I'm going to actually record a deck tech for you guys real fast. Excuse the background noise, we are in the middle of a store. Well, my brother, aka Toast Lucky number 2, is playing at his PTQ that he qualified for.
You're recording.
I am, I'm going to do a deck tech. And then probably... And then he got from Liliana. Okay. Now here, you heard it. I named this deck Pile.
I also got another one for hitting someone in my decks. They hate those ones. Like, despise with all their heart. Wait, opens?
This?
Yeah, like the stupid, like, that, like, does that.
Oh. Like, it's annoying, but it's fine. This should be in the sideboard. Ignore the villain as well. But other than that, the sideboard is still being tuned.
It's still your Delve deck.
It is still a Delve deck. So, in the mana base, it's like, obviously I could use some Verdant Catacombs or Mystery Reinforce over, like, let's say Iron Marshblast, but you don't always get what you want.
Fulminator Team Napoleon, that's the name of your deck.
Well, like, there was the Young Pyromancer version, and I deleted that one. But there was, like, Young Team Neapolitan and Fulminator Team Neapolitan, because one was... The Young Pyromancer went into
So what's the pile? Is that this deck?
Yeah. The Young Pyromancer Mardu deck, guys, that I was playing, and I've changed the list up.
We should call this deck Dumpster Diamond.
I'm in. But the old Young Pyromancer...
first.
Young Pyromancer Mardu deck was like a lot more of, if I play a turn to your Pyromancer, I can just burn you out. This version is just like that and much more able to play a long game, which is very good with Jund being so popular. I had a great Absent matchup with the Young Pyromancer one. Jund not so much so because they do have Bolt and Olivia, which does make it, as well as they can, they don't, you know, since they're not playing Lingering Souls, I don't believe so. I thought you had it, but since they can't play Lingering Souls, they have more hate cards for it, like Knight of Souls Betrayal. So your Pyromancer just go first. But anyway, sidetracked. Deck tech, Sultai Delve.
MC gets trapped easily.
We can sort this by mana cost. It'll be much easier to see. So as you can see, we have a bunch of all of these are dig cards except for the Rough Decades. This is a rough draft of the deck. I'm still tuning it. I do want another Eternal Witness for sure, and probably 2 more Thragtusk, and the communes would go away for those. But I don't own them online yet. Don't have it. I probably have enough tickets to get them, but then I couldn't play in dailies or 2-man, so we'll be able to continue playing. But anyway, this is pretty close to the list I want. I've considered playing going as high as Necropolis Fiend, but I think the black and having 7 to delve might just be a little too much for this deck. At least playing 4 Gurmag Angler, 4 Hooting Angels, 2 Caskers, and 2 Murderous Cut Sandal. Maybe if I like trimmed a Gurmag Angler and cut a Murderous Cut for like a Maelstrom Pulse, I could play 1, but the way this deck is, I'm super happy. As you can see, Sado Wayfinder, Grizzly Salvage, all ways to find land drops. We are playing 25 lands. That might even be too much. So far, I have been super unhappy with it. I do need a 4th Tar Pit online and a Treetop Village to replace these. These need a Creeping Tar Pit and a Treetop Village. But we do that because we have 7 basics, so we can beat Blood Moon's Fulminator Mages, which is a big thing for this deck to beat. Because as powerful as it is, if we can't play our spells, we'll just lose. And since we have such a good matchup against those decks otherwise, that was pretty fine. Having extra lands doesn't really hurt any of our bad matchups. Our bad matchups are the unfair decks. Things like Tron, like Red-Green Tron with 8 Wraths. So 25 lands is going to be a bad thing there, especially if we draw all our man lands. We're going to be pretty good in that matchup. Thought Scour in this deck is Dark Ritual. It is 1 blue, you get a mill of 2, and it goes to the graveyard, so it makes 3 mana for Delve cards, and it draws a card. If Dark Ritual is too good, how about Dark Ritual that says draw a card? It does enable it with fetch lands. It's like, I think, 1 fetch land. With 2 fetch lands, you can play a turn 2 Gurmag Angler if you had Thought Scour. With 1, you can be able to play these on turn 2. But yes, the deck is super powerful. You're often going to be playing one of these on turn 2, probably about 1 out of 4 times. Especially if you Thought Scour in your open hand, it'll be super easy. But you'll definitely consistently be playing these on turn 3, 4, and later, because you have not only 4 Thought Scours, but 12 more dig cards, and one of them's coming on a body. So if you happen to block with it, it makes another card to be delving away. As you can see, 8 of these will be hitting lands. These can just grab creatures in this deck. There's no enchantments in this deck. To be grabbing, maybe we should sideboard something like Monastery Siege, or some card like that, Knight of Souls Betrayal, so we can make more use of Community of Gods. But since I'm going to intend to cut them eventually, as soon as I get enough tickets to get the cards I need, they're probably not going to stay in the deck. Of course, then we have some removal. We have 5 removal spells in the main deck. The Downfall, Sultai Delve. In Modern, if you can't interact with your opponent, you need to be something doing just blatantly more powerful than all of your opponents should be playing. And since we're not Tron or Amulet Bloom, we're not going to be doing that, so we do need some interaction with our opponent. And with these, we do have a chance of milling them, but we're more likely to mill not them, because there's only, I guess we have 7 spells. We're more likely to mill not them, as you can see there's only 7 of them in the 60, the rest of them are things that aren't. So we're more likely to mill not remove spells and draw 1 or 2 remove spells, hopefully, throughout the course of the game, and Murder's Cut being the best of them in this deck. Eternal Witness, once again, you are milling yourself. If you mill over something you really want, you can always Eternal Witness it back. So we effectively have 8 removal spells if we draw Eternal Witness. Being able to get back one of the removal spells, can get back Drag Tusk, or even if we just need a threat, Eternal Witness can come on a 2/1, get a Delve card, and play the Delve card. Not bad. And then, of course, we have our Delve cards. Why? Because they're Delve cards. We are going to be playing them unfairly, as it turns out. This is in a very unfair fair deck, much like you could argue Fishes as far as fair decks go. It's a pretty fair deck that can do some pretty unfair things if it gets the right draws. This deck will be consistently doing unfair things on turn 3 and 4, because you'll be playing Garmag Anglers, and Teskers, while your opponent will not. They also don't die to Replicator Lightning Bolt, which matters a lot. It makes it a lot harder for them to kill in the modern meta. Plus, this deck is really good against Jund in general, especially with Drag Tusk, and we'll be upping the amount of Drag Tusk in the main deck. And then here's the sideboard. The sideboard only needs some work. Online, the online is definitely the different paper. Online, I'm going to be having 3 Feed the Clans. There's a lot of Burn, and then the Wolves matchups. This is very good against Bogus, but it's very good against Burn and other fast decks like Zoo, where we can handle their creatures just need to gain life. Two Negates and Dispel. There are plenty of decks in Modern where you just want some counterspells. Storm, Twin, Control decks, Devour Flesh for the bigger creature decks. It's also just 2 mana removal spell if we need to, or against like Affinity, it's really loaded ground deck. Normally one sideboarded in because we have Drown and Sorrow and Golgari Charm. But also against, like, if you go against Stellar, this card is going to be nigh unbeatable. You can judge it back so you can keep playing your Delve cards, and it's going to be killing your things. Arrow, just 3 mana Wrath because that's champions, lots of little guys. Crux Fate's just 5 mana Wrath. I'm testing it. I'm not sure how I'm going to like it. I might just end up playing that 4 mana -4/-4 card. That might be where I end up going, but this can kill. This is really good against Jund, being able to kill all of the fatties. Rex Age, just because, once again, we salvage Community of Gods, we can get this off of those. So it's a card that we can grab from one of our deck spells, and we can still play it. Let's Feed the Clan, 4 Burn, as I said, Golgari Charm, super helpful, good against Bogles. The -1/-1 and the enchantment mode matters. Sometimes regenerate mode matters. It mattered a lot today. I brought in against Green with Hate Bears, and I actually got to block a Smiter that had Exalted with Garmag Angler and Regenerate. He time walked himself, and I still kept my 5/5. Because the Golgari Charm wasn't good right there for the -1/-1, but it's normally very good against them for the -1/-1. Replicate, just a 3rd one. Twin, it's really all it is. Just a cheap removal spell in other matchups. But this is mainly for Twin. Twin matchup's not terrible. It's probably about 65-35, so maybe 60-40. But definitely need cards to help that match. And then Relentless Wealth because I wanted to. It's not good. It's not great. I've yet to sideboard it in against anything. But one day maybe against Jund or something. I don't know. But I really want to. So there's Sultai Delve. The deck is extremely powerful. It does extremely unfair things, and I can't wait to do more with this deck and record a game for you guys. So see you guys then.